So the great majority of hematological malignancies are arising in elderly people. That means that in our clinical practice, we are facing with a fragile population of patients with many concomitant comorbidities. The clinical implementation of new technologies, and in particular of artificial intelligence, can help us to face with this challenging population of elderly people suffering from hematological cancers in different ways. As a first point, artificial intelligence can help us to optimize and to improve the collection of high-quality real-world clinical data that are relevant in order to improve the generation of new evidence as a guide for clinical decisions in these difficult clinical scenarios. As a second point, artificial intelligence can also improve the communication between patients and physicians, and this will represent a unique opportunity to try to include patient-reported outcomes and input from our patient in the clinical decision process. And there is a lot of information and clinical evidence that including the patient perspective into the decision process in hematology is associated with optimized management of the patient and better outcome for this patient population. And finally, artificial intelligence can also accelerate the conduction of clinical trials in elderly people. We know that elderly people are difficult to be enrolled in conventional clinical trials because of the presence of many concomitant comorbidities and because of some challenges in inclusion criteria. So artificial intelligence can provide the opportunity to use high-quality real-world data to define the so-called synthetic patient that can be used in the next features to replace the placebo arm into a randomized controlled study, thus providing a more efficient conduction of clinical trials in elderly people, to reduce the number of patients, the real patients, to be enrolled into the clinical trial, and to facilitate the clinical development of new technologies and new treatment for this challenging population.